Hello dear coaches, competitors, participants, welcome to our short introduction to the registration system of 7th Mightyfist Eagles Cup. If you are responsible for the registration of your club, please send us an email to eaglescup.hungary@gmail.com and we will send you an email with the username and password you need for the registration. Please note that all the clubs will be handled by only one person, so the registration should be handled by only one person, even an administrator or a secretary or the main coach. It's up to you, but only one person per club should be responsible for the registration and handle the username and password. So if you send us an email, we will send you back a registration email like this. First Hungarian and the second is the English version, and you will get the username and password in it and some of the most important links of the competition. So if you got this email, you will have some username and password combination like this. And now I will show you how to use the registration system. After writing in the username and the password, only the first time you will meet with this window. As you can see, there are some information you cannot change. This is the ID and the username, the club name. It's important that you have to send us the club name in the first email, and the contact email you send us. It will be the contact email for us to communicate with you. So then you can select the country, or we will select for you if it's okay. And then you have to choose if you want to ask for invoices. It's important in Hungary. So if you choose this, then you will have some other fields visible. It is filled for me now, but you can fill it for you with your data. And one more very important, that in according to the European Union GDPR regulation, we have to get your approval for handling your data, and of course for the competition we need to handle your data. So please take this handling rules and user agreement exception. First you have to click on this link. Unfortunately it's now only in Hungarian, but you can believe me that we will be very careful with your data and use it only for the competition. So after scrolling down, you can close it, and then you will be able to accept it. It's important, without this you cannot register any competitions. So save the data, and now you have the opening surface of your registration page. The previous window can be selected again with these arrows on the right top side of the window, and you can change the invoicing name or data or anything else if you need it. Then let's see how to register competitors and teams for Mightyfist Eagles Cup. As you can see, I have some members are registered because of the Hungarian video version, but now I will show you how to do this. You have to do add competitor. You have to push this button and you will have a blank field. you have to give the birth date. You can choose with the calendar function, or you can write it. After this, the system counts how old is the competitor, and you have to choose only male or female. Of course, the country will be set up because of the basic settings, so you do not have to change it for every participant. And the age category is selected automatically in according to the data above. So we have senior male competitor, we have to choose the rank, so first degree maybe, and then we have to choose the competition categories. As you can see, there are the individual categories one by one, and there are some options for the team categories also. So I have a super competitor. He will compete in everything. For example, in pattern, if I select this, of course, in according to the first degree, he will compete with the first degree category. In the sparring, I have to choose the weight category, of course. Then he will compete in special techniques, and I hope you have read the invitation form. We have special rules for the special techniques and for the power breaking, so read it carefully. You have to choose a minimum for every single techniques, and you can see the minimum levels. So for example, in this Trimio Nopi Apchabushigi, you can say that he is much more better and can have much higher levels. You can use the arrows up and down, and we will have the steps of 5 centimeters for every single techniques. Similar for the power breaking, you can see the techniques and you can see the fields, and you can choose how many boards is he able to break. In according to that, we have a half strength blackboards. It means that you can choose 1.5 boards, for example, for Apchumuk Chirgi. So the last one is the pre-arranged free sparring, or traditional sparring as we name it in Hungarian. So I will choose it, and of course I have to choose later who will be the pair of him. This competitor will compete in team categories also, so we will choose him in every team categories also, and push save or hit the save button. Okay, so now we have some adult competitors. I would like to show you once more with another competitor. If somebody is only competing in team categories, it's also possible. So he will be senior male also, but he will compete only in team categories, so you have to choose this option, and then all the individual categories will disappear, and then you can choose all the categories for the teams, for example. Okay, so I have some members of my team. How to register teams. Team registration button is leading to this area. It's similar to the individual registration of a team. Please pay attention, it's very important, the first 3 steps. First, you have to choose a name for the team. It can be the name of the club or can be any other fictional name. In step 2, you have to select the age group, and it's very important, you have to select one and only one from the categories. So if you have a team with the same name and you will have some sparring and pattern and so on with the same name, then you have to register this name separately. I will show you how. So I have the name. I will save this. And then senior male. It will be a senior male team. And now first I will choose them for the team pattern. As you can see, in my club I have 5 senior male competitors. I have to add them one by one to my team pattern team. Okay, now I can save this team, and if I want to modify anything I have to push this button update. Okay, now I have the same team, but they want to compete in sparring or special techniques or power breaking, so I have to put again a new registration, copy the name so I can use the same name, again senior male, and they will be sparring in this competition, and I say okay, I will add them again and save. So I must do this separately, even if they are the same team. If you want to have some common team with other clubs, it's also possible. So let's see. A mixed team. From senior males for the team power breaking. So now I will choose only 3 of my students and select another's from another club and one more from another club if they have. We do not have these competitors, so okay, we will use only these competitors, or I give him a chance and save. Okay, I have a mistake. I have made a mistake. You have to choose all the boards for the power breakings, just like for the individual breakings. And now we can save. Okay, so that's the case, and for the traditional sparring the registration is very similar. We have to register a new pair. The age category is junior or senior. And now I will use my students only. they will be competing in traditional sparring or pre-arranged free sparring. So if I have made my registration, I can check it in the overview. It's a very useful function because you can check all the sparring patterns, special techniques and so on, so individual and team competitions also, and you can check who is registered and who is not. So it's very important for those clubs who have not only one or two competitors but more than one, so check them carefully. If you have an umpire, you can register them here, umpire registration. It's a similar form with the first name, degree, and mobile number. Of course, they have the umpire level A or B category. You can choose the country, starting typing the country name in English, and of course the IUC date is very important, or you can send some notes and save. Okay. If you have to check the invitation form, you can check here, and don't forget to log out after every session you have finished your registration. Thank you so much, and we are waiting for you in Hungary. See you soon.